Hello. Hi, Chris. This is starting to get
Hey
exciting.
guys, we saw you on a dock, and now I see you on a Zoom.
That's right.
Yeah. We should be able to cast.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
Our numbers are growing.
It's 11 o'clock at night here, so I'm not going to be in for too long, but I have to go to sleep.
Oh,
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie from Jolly Old itself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dave, have you hit gallery?
Hi, Stacey.
Hello, Jackie. Great to see you.
This is going to be a cluster, I can already tell.
Well, I'm going to mute everybody but me when we get going.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because I might pick up my guitar. You wouldn't want that.
Hi, Stacy. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Hi.
It's Myra.
Dave.
This is a concert I wanted to listen to. I'm going to get my ice cream and go in the other room.
So we're in the spot in Sanford. Just got gummy teenies from Hollerbacks to go.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I might as well get ready to go here.
Well,
Dave's having a concert.
I can do it on here, but I just assume I can do it up there. Yeah.
We're up to 29 people. I'm going to get this party started. I'm going to shut everybody's audio off. So it's been nice talking with you all. I'll turn you on periodically so you can chat.
This is Dave Rowe. He's doing the great loop, and he's doing since he can't.
turn us on periodically.
Oh, okay. Huh. I'm also going to turn on the chat here so I can see you all. If somebody wants to type a message in the chat, that will appear for all to see as well. All right, get that in front. I had a number of requests online, and I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. But alas, this is only 40 minutes. This is an experiment to see how Zoom works for concerts, and we'll see how it goes. It's only a building, it's only a place, a shelter to hide from the battle or the race. It's a place I might go if I don't know what to do, but you know it's not a home without you. It's warmth from the fire to shake off the winter chill, a window many hours spent with elbows on the sill. It's a tapping on the rooftop that the rain just can't fall through, but you know it's not a home without you. Home is where the hugs are warm and where the words are kind. Home is clocks that strike the hour but never pass the time. There are many things a home could be, but still these words ring true. You know it's not a home without you. So I'm sitting in my room, writing words on a page. I think about this life we share and how our ways have changed. And I wonder if the same holds true for you as sure for me. Would this home be home for you without me? Home is where the hugs are warm and where the words are kind. Home is clocks that strike the hour but never pass the time. There are many things a home can be, but still these words ring true. You know it's not a home without you. Home is where the hugs are warm and where the words are kind. Home is clocks that strike the hour but never pass the time. There are many things a home could be, but still these words ring true. You know it's not a home without you. Yes, there are many things a home could be, but still these words ring true. You know it's not a home without you. Yeah, you know it's not a home without you. And that right there was the most requested song when I put this up on social media that I was going to do this. Hi, I'm Dave. In case we probably all know each other anyway, but I should say that anyway. Dave Rowe. You can find me online, daverowemusic.com, and I have an entire list of requests here that I'm just going to go through. That, of course, was Home, the song I wrote a number of years ago when I stopped living alone, because, hey, it just seemed better that way. And this is a song that my late father wrote. It's called Saltwater Farm. He was well into his 60s when I first heard Grandpa's dream. A farmhouse by the sea and some roots in the land. He never got the farm, what he got was a machine in a factory at the edge of town in broken calloused hands. It stole away his years and the music from his ears, and it left him so he couldn't even hear the factory horn. Still he said someday he knew he'd get his way and end up his days on a saltwater farm. Saltwater farm, my saltwater farm. A little bit of heaven, just a house and a barn. Mornings we'd go fishing, work the fields in the afternoon. And as the evening tide rolls in, there'd be songs beneath the moon. And later I would take you in my arms and listen to the sounds of our saltwater farm. He said he'd have a cow, some chickens and a hog, a barn filled up with hay and a boat down in the cove. Later in the fall he'd go hunting with a dog, and winter nights he'd sit around and read beside the stove. Oh, he was always kind of poor, and he could have dreamed for more than a place where he would still have to work with his hands. Well, that never was his way, and I can still hear him say, son, a man is at his best between the sea and the land. Saltwater farm, my saltwater farm. A little bit of heaven, just a house and a barn. Mornings we'd go fishing, work the fields in the afternoon. And as the evening tide rolls in, there'd be songs beneath the moon. Later I would take you in and listen to the sounds of our saltwater farm. Saltwater farm, my saltwater farm. Little bit of heaven, just a house and a barn. Mornings we'd go fishing, work the fields in the afternoon. And as the evening tide rolls in, there'd be songs beneath the moon. Later I would take you in my arms and listen to the sounds of our saltwater farm. Saltwater farm, my 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 saltwater farm. Saltwater farm, right there. That was a request. Like I said, I'm going through requests. They're all requests except for the one song that's not, that I don't really know. That's sitting here in front of me, and maybe I will get that one done immediately. I wrote it last week or thereabouts. So this one ranks among the new. I apologize that the sun is over my shoulder. The tide changed since I set up. I was facing in the other direction. I probably should have paid closer attention to when the tide was going to change. So now the sun's behind me. It was in front of me. But I'm set up here, so this is what it's going to be, and it will be down soon by all appearances. Pardon me just one moment. When I was a kid, my dad took me for a walk in the woods out by his house in Auburn, Maine. And he took me to this very strange place. It was just this ring of stones, basically. Well, it wasn't a ring. It was a rectangle of stones on the ground. And he explained to me that this was a cellar hole. It wasn't any bigger than your average, shack, log cabin in the woods, that sort of a thing. It was obviously just a one-room deal. And nearby was a spring that was obviously the water source for the house. And it was still fresh. You could still grab a glass of water from it right now if you wanted to. Oh, excuse me just one moment. We don't have to listen to the helicopter together. Anyhow, the song is called Old Cellar Hole. I'll wait for the helicopter to go over. It just seems like a plan. And then it's gone. All right, there we go. Old ring of stones where once did stand a dwelling where family grew. Old water. I can do this. I really can. Promise. Like I said, this is brand new. Old ring of stones where once did stand a dwelling where family grew. Old well has water in it still. Who lived here I wish I knew. Who called this place a house, a home? Why did they leave it bare? Was it a fire that drove them out, or they live out their last years here? Old cellar hole cut in the ground, in my mind's eye I see A table, some chairs, and a feather bed. Hearth and candle give light to read. Hearth and candle give light to read. A well-worn path that ends right where a door hung straight and strong, kept out the cold on winter nights, kept out the nights till dawn. Old cellar hole cut in the ground, in my mind's eye I see a table, some chairs, and a feather bed. Hearth and candle give light to read. Hearth and candle give light to read. Somehow this spot calls to my soul. Somehow deep down I know. From age to age we move along, all we leave behind to grow. Old cellar hole cut in the ground, in my mind's eye I see a table, some chairs, and a feather bed. Hearth and candle give light to read. Hearth and candle give light to read. And as the walls to dust did crumble, and roof gave way to moss, who here did mourn what the forest consumed? Who stood here and felt this loss? Old cellar hole cut in the ground, in my mind's eye I see a table, some chairs, and a feather bed. Hearth and candle give light to read. Hearth and candle give light to read. There it is, a brand new song. Took the curse off of it. I had to do it at some point. So, anyhow, let's see. I'm going to, because I probably am a glutton for punishment, I'm going to unmute everybody just for a moment, and we can all say hi. How you doing? Hey!
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Good to see you. Myra, hey.
Myra.
Hey.
Just turn off the.
Joyce. Oh, well, that's a good look for you guys.
We're in driving mode, so there's no picture for us.
All right.
I think I saw Bill Green, Dave.
Is Bill Green here?
I'm not sure if I'm
I don't think so. All right, I'm going to mute everybody again. Oh, okay. And it'll keep doing that. All right. So, like I said, that was that. I'm going to move on to another song here. What should it be? Oh, there's a good one. Since I'm on a boat, this song is more or less, well, it's heaven to Mariners. It's a song written by John Connolly about Fiddler's Green. Fiddler's Green is the mythical place where mariners go when they die. And at this point, I think I probably want to go there myself. It sounds a heck of a lot better than any of the alternatives, if you ask me. I get to hang out on boats, and it's sort of like where I am right now. I have the sun setting over my shoulder. As a matter of fact, hold on, everybody. You're mobile. Let's see if I can do this. I'm on a leash, but it's not that bad. Oh, maybe it is. Let go. I don't know if that is doing justice, but there it is. Oh, I leveled it. Yeah. Our sunset is coming along nicely. In case you're wondering. Okay, put that back. There we go. All right, so mythical place where sailors go when they die. It's called Fiddler's Green. As I walked down the dockside one evening so fair, to view the still waters and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing this song, singing, "Take me away, boys, the time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you one day in Fiddler's Green." Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the weather is fair and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Come on, wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you one day in Fiddler's Green. Well, the weather is fair and there's never a gale, and the fish jump aboard with one swish of their tails. You can lie in your hammock, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in the oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you one day in Fiddler's Green. Well, I don't need a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a ship and a good rolling sea, and I'll play me old squeeze box as we roll along, with the wind and the rigging to sing me a song. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you one day in Fiddler's Green. One more. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you one day in Fiddler's Green. All right. I'm going to unmute everybody here again just for a minute because as I pointed out, thank you all.
I gotta go. I'll see you later.
All right. As I pointed out when I set this all up, actually, I'm going to mute everybody while I ask this question, and then we'll let it go. When I set this all up, I was asking, well, I'm trying to figure out, basically, if Zoom is actually a viable alternative to Facebook Live and YouTube Live and other things that we could be doing for concerts specifically, because concerts, it's nice to be able to at least see an audience, and this allows me to sort of do that. So that was my thinking in all of this. So my question to you is, I'm assuming that many of you have seen a bunch of concerts online at this point anyway because of all this coronavirus stuff. How is this compared to other things that you've done? Is it better? Is it worse? And let's try not to all speak at once. I'm going to now go for the unmute, the dreaded unmute, to see what we think. So what do you think?
It's much better, Dave.
This works, Virgil?
Yes, it does. It's so much fun to see other people's reaction while you're watching.
Excellent. Okay, so anybody finding it worse? No.
Oh, pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. All right. Well, in that case, you all owe me $150.
Put the tip jar in there.
Actually, I do have a tip jar. It's paypal.me/Dave Rowe Music. So if you want to go over there, anything would be gratefully accepted, but it's certainly not mandatory. This is an experiment, and I expect nothing of anybody other than to have a good time and enjoy yourselves. So with that, everybody's going to get muted again, and the music shall continue until the clock runs out. And speaking of clocks, how's the clock doing here? We have about 10 minutes left, so I better leave that up so I can see it. There we go. This next song is another song that I wrote. What's that, Stace? It's a song I wrote about a grave that's in the state of Maine, in the town of Gray. In Gray, Maine, there is a grave in the middle of this huge cemetery, and the gravestone says merely "Stranger of the Late War." And it's talking about the Civil War. Laying under that stone is a Confederate soldier who was brought there completely by accident, and the folks of Gray took him in, buried him like their own, and now he gets a song. I wrote this for him. It's called "The Stranger." From the Cedar Mountain Battle of 1862 came a fallen soldier's casket as the 10th Maine paid its dues. The grieving parents braced to see their Union son lay dead, but in his place they found a boy in Southern Gray instead. As the tears rolled down their faces, they searched vainly for his name, but they never learned to journey to their village up in Maine. Without the funds to send him back, he was buried like their own, and there above his resting place they carved "Stranger" on the stone. And the stranger in gray is lying there today, a misdirected casualty of war. surrounded by the ones who fired the Union guns. The stranger in gray will see Dixie nevermore. Fate must have a sense of humor as it winds along its way, for it led that gray-clad stranger to a little town named Gray. But even when the real son, he was found and buried there, the town made sure the stranger was included in their prayers. And when the ladies placed the flowers and the flags were left to wave, beside the stranger's flowers a rebel flag flies on his grave. So he's lying with the others, who in life he sought to kill. All the rifle fire has ended, the cannonballs are still, and flowers of blue grow softly by the stranger's marble stone, to show to all that blue and gray don't have to be alone. And the stranger in gray is still lying there today, a misdirected casualty of war, surrounded by the ones who fired the Union guns. The stranger in gray is a stranger nevermore. Yes, the stranger in gray will see Dixie nevermore. Thank you. Oh, it's got to be the half hour. It is. We're anchored here beside a Methodist church in Brunswick, Georgia, and every half hour the carillon goes off. I don't know if you can hear it. It's pretty faint. I hear it. It's pretty. Anyhow, I'm going to do. I just got a message. I think that Zoom has extended the time slot a little bit, so I can run over if I happen to run over without incurring anybody's wrath or having this thing drop dead in the middle of a song. But I'm not going to push it. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to do. Well, I've got 6 minutes. I'll do one more song. Oh heck, I'll do two, and if I run into a wall, I'll run into a wall. This is a Charlie McKettigan song that my dad taught me. Charlie is a wonderful songwriter from Ireland, and it won't be easy. It's called Feet of a Dancer. But what can I say? There will be trouble on the way, and round every corner there'll be terror and tears. Just always remember that we're here. And I hope you find the feet of a dancer. I hope you learn to sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection and someone who'll care. I hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. I'm getting waked right now. A shoulder to cry on when you are alone. You know you can rely on those you know, 'cause there's nothing too crazy and there's nothing too dear. Just always remember that we're here. And I hope you find the feet of a dancer. I hope you learn to sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection and someone who'll care. I hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. Even when the rain comes falling down, you know it's falling down on you. And I hope you find the beat of a dancer. I hope you learn to sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection and someone who'll care. I hope you find all the right direction everywhere. And I hope you find a beat of a dancer. I hope you learn to sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection and someone who'll care. I hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. Feet of the Dancer by Charlie McKennigan right there. Thank you all very much. And yes, I know they've extended our ability to stay on Zoom for a bit longer or even indefinitely. I don't know how long the limit is, and I'm not going to push it. I am very pleased that they allowed us to do this much. So I'm going to leave you all right here with this one, right after this brief message from a brewer near you. It's a song that I wrote about an island off the coast of Maine called Boone Island. And Boone Island is it's a very desolate place. It's a rock that's about the size of this boat that I'm on, and they finally got a lighthouse on it sometime in the 19th century. It took the government 3 tries to get a lighthouse to stay on this island. They built the first one out of what was it? Straw, I think. They built it out of straw, and then they tried sticks, and now they have a good old Maine granite one, I believe. Still stands there today. This is a true story, or as true as a ghost story can be. It's called The Keeper of the Light. And I thank you all for hanging out with me this evening. Once again, if you've enjoyed it, or even if you haven't, feel free to surf on over to paypal.me/DaveRoweMusic at any time and see what you can do with it. Or just go to DaveRoweMusic.com and check out my schedule when I actually can have one again when this virus lets up. I will, when this is all over, I will open up the microphone so we all can say hello, goodbye, and all of that. But this is the last song, so Keeper of the Light. Thanks, everybody. Of Boone Island off the coast of Maine, your story's often told. How you drift across the boulders when the winds blow wild and cold. Sailors hear your mournful wails when squalls come up at night, and they know they're in the presence of the Keeper of the Light. Why do you walk these broken rocks, forever Catherine Wright? So many men we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the Keeper of the Light. We all heard about your husband, he was the keeper of the light, how he drowned in raging waters on that fateful winter night. Left the house burning strong to keep the sailors warm, and save the lives of countless men the 5 days of the storm. Why do you walk these broken rocks forever, Catherine Bright? So many men, we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. When they found you in the lighthouse, once they'd made it across the reef, you drifted into madness from exhaustion and grief. For 5 days without food or sleep, you kept the ships from harm. Then you sat down with his frozen, lifeless body in your arms. Why do you walk these broken rocks forever, Catherine Bright? So many men, we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. Why do you walk these broken rocks forever, Catherine Bright? So many men, we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. You're lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. You're lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. Yeah. Thank you all very much. And we're all live, or is it Memorex?
Thanks, Dave.
Great job.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me here. Good times.
Thank you. Nice job, David.
Great
Thank
song
you very much.
choices.
Oh, well, they weren't my choices. I have to tell you, I had a lot of people telling me what to play for this.
They all picked good ones.
They did a good job. I think they did a great job. It's almost as good as I could have done. But here it is. This the list. I didn't get to everything, but I apologize to anybody I missed. But I do appreciate you all being here with me this evening. Sláinte, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Dave.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Okay, everyone stay safe.
Thank you. Bye, all.